Today I'm going to show you how to fix your Xbox controller if the bumper buttons don't register the light presses consistently, but they do register the hard presses consistently. Here we have an Xbox controller that I've already taken apart. Today we're just going to focus on fixing the right bumper on this particular controller because it wasn't registering the light presses, but the deep presses were being registered. The button we're going to look at is this white one right here. That's the button that the right bumper uses. And you can see when I press the right bumper, that button is getting pressed. Because it's not registering the light presses, but it is registering the hard presses, usually just means it needs to be cleaned out. So what we're going to use is 99% isopropyl alcohol. You can use 70% or 95%. The higher percent is better because it'll dry faster, and you want to make sure it's completely dry before you power on the controller to test it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cotton swab and douse it in the alcohol, and then dab that cotton swab onto the button there. And it should go on fairly easily if your Q-tip is saturated enough with the alcohol. Once that button has some alcohol in it, you just want to press the button over and over again. That way it works the alcohol into the button and starts clearing out the stuff that's inside there that's holding it up. Alright, so we pressed it for about 30 seconds with the alcohol to work it in there. I'm going to repeat the process again, and you should do this about 2 to 3 times. Just douse the alcohol, put the alcohol on the button, and then press the button over and over and over for about 30 seconds to a minute each time. After you're done working the alcohol into the button about 2 to 3 times, let it dry. Let it dry longer if you have a lower percentage of alcohol. Just make sure it's dry before powering it on. Once it's dry, you can actually put the batteries in without assembling it first just to test it. And then you can use the Xbox Accessories app, go into the test mode here, and you can see the bumper that was having problems is working pretty good now. Put your controller back together and you're ready to go. As a reminder, this video is for when your controller does register the hard presses, but does not register the light presses. If your controller doesn't register any presses at all, you may have something else wrong with your controller, but you can still try this cleaning method and hopefully it works out for you.